Welcome to my channel. Today, we're exploring Stellar Defiance, a sci-fi journey where humanity stands strong and defies the odds across the galaxy. Dive into epic starship battles, powerful tech, and the resilience that makes us unstoppable in a universe full of challenges. If you're ready for a thrill-packed adventure in deep space, hit subscribe, and let's get started. The story of Earth's influence on galactic cuisine began in the most unexpected of ways. For centuries, Earth had been a small, relatively unassuming planet, orbiting a middle-aged star in a modest corner of the galaxy. Humanity's journey into the cosmos had only just begun, and at first, it had been driven by exploration and scientific curiosity. But as humans expanded their reach into the stars, they quickly encountered other species beings whose cultures were as diverse as the stars themselves, with histories and traditions that spanned millennia. These encounters were fraught with challenges, but they also opened up opportunities for the exchange of ideas, art, and knowledge. One of the most surprising areas where humanity's impact was felt was in the realm of cuisine. At first, humans had been naive in assuming that food would be a universal constant, something that would not differ much from one species to another. After all, most life forms required sustenance, and the idea of sharing a meal seemed like an obvious avenue for establishing peace and trust. But as humans encountered alien civilizations, they quickly realized that food was far more than just sustenance. It was a complex and deeply ingrained part of every species' culture. Different planets had different climates, different plants and animals, and consequently, very different ways of preparing and consuming food. For many alien species, food was an art form. Their cooking was tied to their history, their rituals, and their identity. Some species prized extravagant, multi-course meals that involved dozens of ingredients, each one carefully prepared and arranged to evoke specific emotions or memories. Others, with their more primal nature, valued simplicity and the rawness of ingredients, believing that food's true essence could only be experienced in its most natural state. The array of culinary traditions and techniques that humans encountered across the galaxy was staggering, and at first, Earth's food culture seemed almost primitive in comparison. Yet, there was something about humanity's food that intrigued the alien species. It wasn't the refinement or complexity of their cooking, but rather their creativity. Humans were unique in their ability to combine flavors, ingredients, and cooking methods from a vast variety of cultures and ecosystems. Earth's cuisine had developed through centuries of cross-cultural exchanges, migrations, and trade, creating a rich tapestry of tastes and techniques that was unlike anything seen in the galaxy. Humans had learned how to blend spices, combine diverse cooking styles, and adapt ingredients from different regions to create something entirely new. It was this adaptability and willingness to experiment with flavors that fascinated the other species. It all started when a group of human explorers, having established their first interplanetary trade routes, introduced their food to the various species they encountered. At first, the aliens were skeptical, not understanding the complexities of human food. The idea of mixing ingredients from vastly different ecosystems seemed unnatural to them. But as they tasted dishes from Earth, something unexpected happened. They found themselves intrigued by the bold flavors, the surprising combinations, and the variety of textures. Earth's cooking was a revelation. One of the first dishes to gain popularity across the galaxy was the humble Earth taco. Originally a food from a small region of Earth, the taco's combination of soft tortilla, seasoned meat, and fresh vegetables proved to be an immediate hit. Its portability and balance of flavors resonated with many species who had never experienced anything quite like it. But it wasn't just the taco itself that caught the attention of the galaxy, it was the idea behind it. The concept of creating a portable, customizable meal that combined different textures, flavors, and ingredients was a new idea for many civilizations. It was something that transcended cultural boundaries, and it inspired alien chefs to experiment with their own food in similar ways. Soon after, the idea of Earth's fusion cuisine began to spread like wildfire. The various species, each with their own unique ingredients and methods of cooking, began to experiment with blending their traditional recipes with Earth's culinary innovations. The results were nothing short of astonishing. A dish that originally relied on the mild, savory flavors of Earth's vegetables was transformed when an alien species, with its deep affinity for spicy ingredients, introduced an unexpected fiery kick. Another species, known for its expertise in fermentation, added a tangy, sour element that completely redefined a classic Earth dish. For the first time in the galaxy, there was a culinary revolution happening not on one planet, but across the stars. Chefs from different species began to travel between planets, bringing their ingredients, techniques, and flavors to the table. The exchange of knowledge was rapid, and it led to the creation of a new, hybrid cuisine that combined the best elements of Earth's cooking with the diverse culinary traditions of countless alien cultures. This new culinary movement was called Galactic Fusion Cuisine, and it was the most exciting and innovative development the galaxy had seen in centuries. At first, galactic fusion cuisine was met with some resistance. Some species were deeply entrenched in their own culinary traditions and viewed the idea of mixing ingredients from different worlds as sacrilegious. They believed that food should be pure and untouched by foreign influences, and the blending of cultures was seen as a form of cultural appropriation. But as more and more people tasted the results of these collaborations, the resistance began to fade. The new fusion dishes were too delicious, too innovative, to ignore. Galactic fusion cuisine became the new standard, with each planet, each species, putting its own unique spin on it. The chefs of this new era were not just cooks, but ambassadors of culture. They traveled from world to world, bringing with them not only the techniques and flavors of their own species, but also the stories and traditions behind their food. Each dish told a story of a culture's history, its relationship to the land, and its connection to the universe. Galactic fusion cuisine became a way for species to share their identities, to showcase the best of their traditions while embracing the new and the unknown. It was a way for the galaxy's many cultures to learn from each other, to appreciate one another's differences, and to celebrate the beauty of diversity. Earth's influence on galactic fusion cuisine was profound. Human cuisine, once seen as relatively simple compared to the sophisticated cooking of some alien species, became the cornerstone of the movement. Human chefs, with their centuries of experience blending flavors from all corners of their planet, were seen as the leaders of the fusion revolution. They became the teachers and mentors to alien chefs, showing them how to combine ingredients and techniques in ways that had never been imagined. Some of Earth's most iconic dishes like pizza, sushi, and even barbecue became staples of galactic fusion cuisine, each reinterpreted and modified by alien chefs in unique and unexpected ways. One of the most remarkable aspects of this culinary movement was its inclusivity. The food was not just for the elite or the wealthy, it was for everyone. Each dish was accessible and adaptable, able to be made using local ingredients from any planet, no matter how remote or resource poor. The simplicity of Earth's cooking allowed it to be transformed into something extraordinary, no matter the ingredients available. Galactic fusion cuisine wasn't about using the most expensive or rare ingredients, it was about taking what was available and making it shine. The blending of Earth's cooking with alien traditions also led to some fascinating innovations. One species, known for its mastery of spices, began using Earth's complex array of herbs and seasonings to create flavor profiles that were unlike anything seen before. Another species, with its affinity for bioluminescent plants, began adding glowing, vibrant elements to their dishes, creating meals that were not only delicious but visually stunning. As more species contributed their unique ingredients and techniques, the variety of flavors and textures expanded exponentially. The result was a culinary landscape that was as diverse as the galaxy itself, filled with endless possibilities for experimentation and discovery. Galactic fusion cuisine became a unifying force, bringing together cultures from all corners of the universe. It was no longer just a matter of cooking, it was a celebration of life itself. The act of sharing a meal became a symbol of peace, of cooperation, and of the shared desire to explore, learn, and grow. Through food, species that once viewed each other as rivals or strangers found common ground. They sat down together at the same table, tasted each other's creations, and in doing so, forged bonds that transcended the vast distances of space. As the centuries passed, galactic fusion cuisine continued to evolve, driven by the boundless creativity of chefs from every corner of the galaxy. New dishes were constantly being created, new techniques were developed, and new flavors were discovered. It was a cuisine that was never static, always changing, always growing. It was a reflection of the ever-evolving nature of the galaxy itself, a galaxy that, through the power of food, was slowly coming together in ways that would have once seemed impossible. And it all started with Earth. The planet that had once seemed so small and insignificant in the grand scheme of the universe had become the birthplace of a culinary revolution. Earth's cooking had inspired a movement that brought species together, united by their love of food and the desire to create something greater than themselves. In the end, it was food that proved to be humanity's greatest gift to the galaxy, a gift that nourished not just the body, but the soul, and built bridges that spanned the stars.